Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So, I've got some pretty good news for you guys. It looks like we are getting a Batman Superman book. It's been a little while since we've had a Batman Superman comic. It's actually been one of my favorite team-up books and stories in the past. I actually really liked the animated movies that they did as well, although those were called Superman Batman. So this looks to be a really good team of creators as well behind this really good team of heroes. One reason I'm actually kind of hyped about it is because it's a major Superman book and it doesn't have Bendis writing. So I really haven't been a fan of Bendis writing Superman. It's just not, I'm not going to get into all that right now, but I don't like what he's done with the Super family or really his portrayal of Superman. However, this book is going to have Joshua Williamson writing. So he's written The Flash, so that is very encouraging. I think he's likely to do a better job about it, and he talks a lot about what he has planned for the story, so we'll get into that here in a minute. Also, we're going to have David Marquez working as the artist on this, so that's really interesting because he was a Marvel artist and DC basically just scooped him up. So I'm not entirely sure why, because DC has nothing short of a whole lot of really good artists. Even just the artists I saw in DC New Talent Showcase from 2018, I think any of them would have been adequate for this book. However, this guy does seem to be a really good artist. He worked on Ultimate Spider-Man, Civil War II, and quite a few other books, and the preview pages we have for this book look really good, so I definitely think he's gonna be good for it. And he's got the kind of more muscular style, the way he draws both Superman and Batman, so that fits really well in a Batman Superman book. So I think he's a good artist. I'm just a little not sure why they decided to basically scoop him up from Marvel when they already had so many artists, although it does just kind of go along with the overall theme recently of a lot of creators jumping ship from Marvel and coming to DC. Oh, DC has done that for a long time with quite a few people. I mean, Jeff Johns, for instance. But it's really picked up the pace recently, it seems like. We have this instance, Bendis coming over, G. Willowson coming over. So it's a lot of different people, and it's just interesting. It could just be the overall thing that Marvel is not doing as well as it used to be. So a lot of people, if they can, are going over to DC. So it's really interesting to see. I'm actually pretty hyped for this book. It's going to be spinning out of the Batman Who Laughs miniseries, which I just saw today. Scott Snyder said on Twitter that it's going to be getting another issue. So it's going to have 7 issues instead of 6. So that's pretty cool. And I actually think the Batman Who Laughs is a really solid villain, especially for a new creation. Like, he's probably the best new villain DC's had since probably the creation of Bane, honestly. So I like to see that too. We've got the Batman Who Laughs, we've got Batman, and we've got Superman, not being written by Bendis. So I'm kind of, I don't want to get too hyped, but I kind of think the hype is real for this. So Williamson himself, who writes this book, talks about what he has planned for it. So he goes on to say, we discover through the Batman Who Laughs series that the Batman Who Laughs has been working on a massive plan since Dark Knight's Metal, and what it is that he has sleeper agents throughout the whole DC universe. They're infected and they're slowly turning into the worst versions of themselves. So I'm not too sure about that aspect of it, just because we've seen heroes turn bad a lot. Like, that's been done to death. In fact, Batman Who Laughs himself, he used to be a good Batman on his Earth. So I'm a little burned out on the idea of heroes turning bad. It's been done quite a lot. However, a lot of the other aspects of the story do look like they're going to be really good. For instance, Batman reaching out to Superman, them teaming up, and he has some ideas about who the people are that are infected, and he's actually calling them the Secret Six. So we're going to be finding out who those ones are, and they're going to be working to prevent them actually turning fully evil. So that's a really nice concept, I think, and could have some definitely like detective aspects to it, which is really lacking sometimes in Batman stories. So, you know, you got the detective element, you've got Superman there for the muscle, so they can deal with whoever's infected, because it could be anyone. I mean, it could be a Green Lantern for all we know, so there's a lot going on there. So I just wanted to let you guys know about this book that's coming out, and I'm really thinking it's going to be good. I just hope they can keep it up and it doesn't get delayed like so many other books. Doomsday Clock, for instance, Batman and the Outsiders, even Shazam, which is a really solid book. Issue 6 is delayed, so I'm not really sure why they're launching new series when things are held up in other places, but the creators they're using here aren't really tied up anywhere else, so that might be part of why they're bringing in more people from Marvel too. But honestly, I think DC has a lot of talent that is underutilized, so I'm not really sure why they're taking people from Marvel other than maybe just trying to literally just hurt Marvel and take away their talent, for better or worse, as the case may be with someone like Bendis. But that's all for now. Let me know down below what you think of this Batman Superman series, and what do you think about Batman getting top billing over Superman. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. And as always, thank you for watching and being a part of DC Fans United.
End of line.